I don't know if you saw the previous video. I just recorded like right now and I'm going to upload it. Probably not too far apart from each other. So I don't know which video you saw first or you didn't see the other video and everything, but it's okay. Where I was explaining this trade and all those other trades on how I got here, which is a trade I've been watching for 2 weeks. Yes. Oh, for a week. And then I lost somewhere in here due to bad stop loss placement. Yeah, I entered somewhere in here and then where is it? Yeah, I entered here and then I got stopped out here and then the market went down, which is 2 weeks ago right here on Friday. And then on Monday, a week ago, last week, I entered here. Oh, it's Tuesday. I entered here and I got my take profit here on Wednesday and everything, blah, 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 blah. But that's not why you're here. So this trade did its thing and it's one. Ciao. Now let's leave it. Now let's remove this. We don't need it anymore. We don't need it. We don't need it. Now, if you've been watching my videos, I've explained this before that I analyze sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is just like a shortcut of fundamental analysis. So, yeah. So, for 2 weeks, I've been watching sales on AUD USD. That's what the sentiments told me. The sentiments told me to look for sales. Okay. Now, this week, the sentiments are telling me to look for buys right here. I know it's weird because if you're trading trend lines, I know you're looking at this like, oh, but the market is going to break this trend line, retest, and then sell. Yes, it's possible. Remember, if you don't know me by now, I'm a swing trader. The market could break out, retest, and then drop to somewhere in here, and then continue going up. Doesn't change the fact that I'm looking for, or it can do this. Come down to this trend line for a Fed touch. Those of you who trade trend lines, you know this. For a Fed touch, 1, 2, Fed touch, and then go up. Okay? But overall, and it can also go down. It doesn't necessarily mean the market is going to turn in here. I'm not saying go watch the market if it reaches in and start buying. No. I have confirmations that I'm going to wait for to see if the market is preparing to buy. It can even go down here, whatever. But one thing I know is that eventually the market will go up. Or you cannot even come down here. You can just start moving from here and start going up. Going up like this. All right. Now, if I'm not sure what the market is going to do from this point right now, the question is, how am I going to take my trade, my buy trade? Because that's what I'm looking for. What I'm going to do is, I have things that I watch on the 4-hour, and the daily, and the weekly, and the monthly. The monthly, this blue line you see right here is a monthly level, right? It's already a buy zone for me. It can be adjusted should the market go lower. But for now, I'm going to be locked in. There's a forecast on sales. Now, what we'll consider a sell for me right now is the market going up somewhere close up like this and then retest and then give me my buy. All right, that's possible now, number one. Possibility number two is the market going below like this or even lower, way lower, I don't know. So in this case, let's just assume it's going to go lower into in here, somewhere here. And then from there, it's going to go up and then retest and then go up. Or something that looks like this. And then those of you who trade market patterns, you already know that this is a inverted head and shoulders. And then let me just do this. And then we're going to wait for a retest of the neckline and then boom, entry. But I'm not promising you that I'm going to enter the same time with you on that retest entry. I'm most likely to enter in here or with you on the neckline retest. Or whatever shape the market will create during these coming days. So that's pair number one that I'll be watching. Number two, I'm waiting for buys in here. So let me just boom. That's me. That's my entry right there. That's my plan. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'll be watching it very closely in the Telegram group and in the broadcast on Instagram. I'll be updating everything in live markets that, okay, this is what the market has done. Okay, this is what I'm waiting for, and this and this and this and that. The YouTube channel won't help you. This is the only video I'm getting on YouTube. Besides, I won't be able to update you in time, you understand? So, but I'll just give you an update here on YouTube, why everything worked out the way it did. So on NZD USD from last week, I said, okay, I'm waiting for the market to like drop in here, and then I'm going to buy. Okay, wait for it now, the drop in here, and then I'm gonna wait for an opportunity for the market to shift bullish, and then I'll buy. All right, that never happened. So the market ended up going down. Then, no, did I make a video? I never made a video about NZD USD. I think it was in one of the groups where I sent it. I even sent this when the market was, I think here, was it? Yeah, so the market is going to come down here, and then I'm going to wait to buy. The market went below, just like this. Now I have to adjust it because I'm still waiting to buy. So let's go to a monthly time frame and adjust our level. And just adjust our level. My network is a bit slow, so be patient because I'm not editing this. No, you can skip. You are on YouTube, just skip to where it looks like I'm already talking. So just double tap into the future. I don't have to edit this, you just have to do your thing. Now I'm gonna give you free game right here, okay? I'm gonna give you free game, right? Now see where the market is right now. The market is now, you see this little space right here. There are no candles, there's nothing, just this hollow space. I'm gonna adjust it. I'm actually supposed to, right? Teach you I'm supposed to mark it out like this, right? You see, like this, and say in this area, I'm waiting to buy the markets. That's the only thing I'm going to give you right now. During the boot camping on January, I'll teach you why I have this little area right here. This little area right here, I'm also going to adjust it. I'm going to get the level that looks something like this probably, right? But for now, let's focus on giving you the free stuff, which is this entire area right here. The advanced stuff, you'll get them later in January. So now this is the situation. I want the market to shift structure to be bullish, then give me some retest, blah, 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 4 hour, blah, 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 and then we're going to buy. It's just simple like that. I'm waiting for the market to shift structure on the daily, and then I'm going to go to the 4 hour and wait for a retest on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, from there, if I get my retest, sorry, on the one, then I go to the 1 hour, and then from the 1 hour, I find my entry to buy. Until then, we leave it alone as it is. We are on to the next, which is GBP USD. Let me see. Is it actually the one next on the list? Okay, GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay. Don't check out that trade. We've never done this trade live. We've never done this trade anywhere on any of these things. On YouTube or in the Telegram groups or whatever. But then the same strategy was used here. So GBP USD, we are looking to buy as well, right? So let me just, I'm going to do analysis with you. I'm going to do a top-down analysis. GBP USD is perfect as it is. I haven't analyzed it yet, and there is something to analyze for us to analyze. So I'm going to give you my analysis, my top-down analysis, which is why I started the day. So Now look at the markets. What do you see? It's just simple. It's just simple. Okay. The market is going up. Higher, 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 low. Higher, higher, low. Higher, higher, low. Okay. That's exactly what we're going to do. So if the market is telling us that it's creating highs and high lows, so let's look to buy. Right now, it looks like for the past 2 months, 3 months, if we're counting this one, this month still has 9 days left to it. So we're gonna see maybe the market is selling, but the sentiments are telling me that I should be buying. So you see, in my strategy, you see this space right here. It's called a rejection block. It's not my concept, it's an ICT concept. This level right here, this week's right here, this long week right here, from the body to the week, this is called the rejection block. So I'm going to mark out this rejection block. Of course, I'm going to adjust it to make it smaller, but not on this video. So those of you who trade support and resistance, I will show you what this is. See, me, I marked out this rejection block. When it comes to support and resistance, you see here it was resistance, it went down a little. It's not a little bit because if you're going down to the lower time frames, this is a big move, understand, to this other rejection block right here, but that's a story for another day. Okay, so it was resistance, here it was support, here it was resistance, resistance here, you see, breakout, return, down. Here it was support, I like it, support, support. You see, all I had to do was just mark out this rejection block. And I can tell that it's a very, very strong area that the market respects very much, very, very much. So from this point, if the markets are telling me that, hey, we are buying, the sentiment said we are buying. So if the sentiments are saying we are buying, and then I see this, I find the rejection block here, and then I find this area where it's been supporting resistance for a long time. What's the wisest thing to do as a trader? Hmm? Am I the wisest thing to do as a trader? Is it for me to like, okay, no, the market has been bearish for the past 3 months, so I should also be selling? No, that's how you lose. That's because you see that's why 90% of people are losing. It's because they watch this, they're going to sell. Now the banks did this deliberately so they can get you to do the wrong things. And now the markets are coming for everything. Now, a safety area for us is this space again. See this space right here? Yes, this space right here is also a good area to be watching out for, but we're not going to be watching that area right now. Okay? We want to watch an area above this one, which is this other rejection block. You see these long wicks. Mark out the top body of it like this, and say the market is going to move from here to there. It might not reach there because somewhere in the middle here, the sentiments might start saying, okay, now it's time for you to sell. Maybe 2 or maybe 1 month from now. Maybe January is going to cover this entire thing and just boom, go up. Okay? Even though the overall target is this one, the first target we need to be watching is this area right here, which I'm going to add a line which is white. This line right here, but then this line, I'm going to go down to the weekly, and then I'm going to adjust it and say, hey, is there something there? Oh, that line is actually marking out that space right here, a similar space. You don't want to go back there. You saw the space, you saw it. So now, remember, I marked this out. Actually, I should go back just to make my point. Just so it makes sense what I'm talking about. It's this space right here. You should remember that space I talked about. So if you look at this line right here, it's very, very valuable. If you see here, the market rejected it. Here it was used as support. Here it was used as resistance. Resistance. Keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. Not very much is visible, but we can see that it's been used as support and resistance in places. But we can see more information on the weekly, which is where we are going right now. Okay? Now, if we look here, I was marking out that area on the monthly. Now, You can see this also being used as, I don't know what to call that area. I just discovered it myself, honestly. I discovered it based off somebody else's concept, and that concept gave me an idea to pay attention to areas like this, and I started looking at those areas and I discovered it. So if you look here on the weekly, you see the market broke up, just support. Here it is resistance, oh, resistance, support. If you keep going back, we'll find more areas. You can see resistance, support, resistance, blah, 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 blah. Everything all the way back there. It's been like that. You see? So that's basically what the market has been. So those of you who trade trend lines, I think this is your area right here. I think it's supposed to look like this. Or yeah, I think I just did it supposed to look. Actually, maybe you mark out the candles. I don't know what you're going to do. Right, this, if you're marking out the candles, you see, one, two, third touch. They are doing trend lines. So this is your signal to enter. And then you're going to put another trend line on top like this. One, second touch. And then you can say the third touch is coming like this. And that's your target. Now, remember, as you can see, actually mark it out like that. See, there we go. How many confluences come together? You see that? And then from there, it could potentially drop, meaning this was a rising wedge, and then boom, from there it's going to drop. Now, I analyzed this live with you, right? I analyzed this thing live with you. You saw me plot this, what I was plotting here on the monthly. You saw what I was plotting here on the month. Now, look what this thing aligns. It's aligning with these trend lines. I'm not the type of person who's going to tell you, oh, I trade ICT concepts, and now trend lines are bullshit. They don't work. This and this and that. No, I think it's bullshit to say a certain strategy or a certain concept does not work. Even ICT himself will tell you that, oh, trend lines are bullshit, blah, 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 and everything. But I still respect the man very, 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 very much because this concept, like, for me, it was the holy grail. You understand? But then I can tell you, I studied his concepts. I'm using them in my own way. I still respect support resistance, and I still respect trend lines. You just need a stronger influence behind them to give you to get maximum results out of it. Now look at what I just drew right here. That was not my focus. Support and resistance was not my focus in the first place. Trend lines were never my focus in the first place when I was analyzing this. I told you what I was analyzing. And look what the trend lines are aligning with them. You see, the support and resistance, I showed you proof they are also aligning with those concepts as well. You understand? I can teach you everything. I can teach you. We can teach you. On our website, you can check it on my bio here on YouTube or on Instagram or in our Telegram group. You'll find someone who will communicate with you. You can also book a free Zoom session with us where we can talk. So if you look here, everything I just explained here, it's working. It's perfectly fine. Understand? Everything works. We have a support and resistance strategy. We have trend line trading strategy, and we have ICT concepts to help you trade. You just choose which one you want because there's a bigger confluence behind this, which is the biggest secret of them all is the sentimental analysis. If I can teach the sentimental analysis, you'll stick to your trend lines, you'll stick to your support and resistance, you can stick to your ICT concepts. They will all help you. The reason I'm saying I'm also referring to other strategies is to accommodate everything. Like what kind of a trader you are, what do you want to trade, what are you interested in? So if you're interested in trend lines, then here's your thing. If you're interested in support and resistance, here's your support and resistance. If you're interested in ICT concepts, which is the main thing I'm using right now. So you understand? I'm just going to remove these trend lines. Oh, let me explain a little bit further on trend lines. It's one, it's two, and three touches. Now we're going up. It's one, it's two. Now we anticipate the third touch. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the market is going to hit here and all. We're going to find out when the market is here if the sentiments are telling us, are we selling or are we dropping? If the markets are telling us in this somewhere here, once approaching here, it's saying now we should be selling. We already know that the market is going to hit this area and start selling, right? But if the market just keep on, the sentiments just keep on telling me that, hey, we are buying, we are buying, we are buying, that means I'm going to assume something like this is going to happen. Breakout, a retest, and then buy. That's what I'm going to anticipate is going to happen. Okay? That's what I'm going to anticipate is going to happen. I'm not a market god. I'm not some market guru or whatever. But I do know this. I respect all the strategies and I respect the markets because the markets are going to tell me what am I going to do. Should I do this? Should I wait for this? Blah, 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 and everything. And then I respect everything. The market doesn't necessarily mean it's going to reach up there just because I said it's a buy. The market could reach in this area and then come back here again for another touch if we can actually go there to do whatever it's going to do. Keep going or start going down from there. Understand? It can even go back up here again and then do this. And then, or just from here and then just keep going down. Anything is possible. It's the markets. You don't tell the markets what to do just because your strategy is this and this and that. It doesn't mean it necessarily has to respect you. So at the moment, let me just keep this trend line for the sake of those who use trend lines. So from this part, I'm going to go down to the daily. On the daily, I'll be looking for the market to start going down. Those of you who trade patterns, you'll see this is a what? You call it double bottom. So already you know that this is going to be boom, and then retest the neckline, which is right here on this W pattern. Retest the neckline, and then go up, finally go up to that area. This is what could happen. I'm not saying this is what is going to happen. This is a possibility. The only thing I know is that I'm waiting for the market on the daily time frame to shift bullish, and then I'm going to look for my entries on the 4-hour, and then I'm going to target this area right here. This line is actually supposed to be green. I'm not necessarily going to target this area. I might adjust it to my advanced strategy, but then I think this is a good area and it's supposed to be green. Green, this, that's it. And if I can just hold, understand? So the one thing I'm waiting for is the market to shift bullish. So I'll let you know in the group when the market shifts bullish, blah, 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 and everything. Okay. So for those of you who are trading trend lines, it's already obvious what you're going to do. One, you could have said second touch here and then said, oh, it's a breakout, retest, now I'm buying, blah, 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 and then you got clapped. It's okay, it's all part of the game, it happens. It happens. You were not meant to buy, so obviously you would have taken, you took the trade and you got clapped, and I bet you are wondering, why did I lose that trade? Because I know I'm right, it's a buy, next day you're going to see a buy, and then you'll be like, enter early. No, there's a reason why it didn't work out, and I'm not going to tell you that right now. I'm kidding, I'm going to tell you, you are not mentored by me. So this is your trend line, and now it's time for you to exit, wait for this to exit. Oh, retest, that's your retest you should be waiting for, and now you should be buying from here. Or this retest doesn't necessarily have to come back to this one, just has to come back to this one. And you can throw in your support level like this and say, okay, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. And then you can adjust it all you want. You don't have to necessarily put the line. You just have to put, you can even put the box tool and just stretch it out like this and say, hey, breakout retest, boom, buy. But I strongly suggest to do it, and then you enter your buying here. That probably looks like this. But if you get clapped on your demo, you're going to enter your buy on your demo right here, which is what I'm suggesting. And then you're going to have a trade like this, okay? For those of you trading trend lines. This could be your entry. So this is what I'm waiting for. Similarly, I think I also explained how by this line, I think I also explained how you could use the support and resistance. The support and resistance here is resistance, resistance, support, resistance. Now, wait for resistance to turn support and then you enter. Boom, to the other bigger level resistance. Okay. So let's do our thing. Me, I'll be entering based off my ICT concept strategy. And then I'll be doing everything. Now I just analyze the markets top down, everything with you. Now this, I'll be updating if I'm entering a trade. Okay, this is a thing, blah, 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 blah. In the Telegram group and the broadcast, whatever. Now let's go to USD which is the last one on the list. We'll be watching 4 pairs this week. Now here on USD we will be watching. Is it bullish? Yeah, it's bearish, not bullish. Now this is also, pay no mind to it. It has nothing to do with you. I've never analyzed it here on YouTube or in the groups and whatever, so there's no point referencing it. Just to disclaimer everything. Now, I'm going to remove all these drawings because let me just do this. As you can see, everything is like the bearish. Last week, I have been watching bullish. I've been watching bullish startups, hoping to catch a buy, blah, 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 and everything. I never got that. Okay, never got my entry to buy, so I just watched the market keep going up, all the way up here. I watched it from here. I don't know why I removed that arrow thing, but I watched it from there. Now, I haven't analyzed this, trust me. I haven't watched this, but I'm going to analyze it with you. Here, I'm not going to do much, so the overall trade is bearish. That's what I'm looking for. So just join the group. You see on the monthly already we have another block, which is the last candle going up. Now remember, another block is not the reason. The reason behind a candle being another block is not because it's the last candle going up before the move down. No, there's a concept behind it. Check out my order block video. In this case, this is the only candle we have. If we had 2 green candles, they would have been an order block. Okay, but because this candle and this candle are separated by this red candle, this one is the only order block for a sell. So I find an order block while the sentiments have already told me, sell. This is it. I just marked that out. And then I just assume, okay, the overall movement for the market is sell. So I'm going to see below this area, what level do I have? I have this other order block. I don't need to be stressing myself with anything. The market is supposed to drop from here. But then remember, I'm going to target an area somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. I'm going to wait for my entry signal to sell up here, and then target somewhere in here, and then boom, everything. And that's it. So to wait updates on all these trades, what am I doing? What am I waiting for? Blah, 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 and everything. I don't want this video to be too long. Already I know it's long. So yeah, that's it. If you don't like this video, click that dislike button so that I never show up on your suggestions ever again. Bye.